Summary of the Lost Tomb, and Other Real-Life Stories of Bones, Burials, and Murder written by Douglas Preston. Introduction. The Lost Tomb is a captivating odyssey that unravels the origins of some of the author's most profound novels, peeling back the layers of inspiration that fuse truth with fiction. Woven into the narrative fabric is the complex journey of a non-fiction journalist turned novelist, a journey that traverses the landscapes of real histories, bizarre tales, and the relentless pursuit of buried secrets. At the heart of this exploration lies a childhood shaped by the enchanting stories spun by the author's mother. These tales, centered around the Maine coastline, introduce the theme of buried treasure and become the cornerstone of the author's lifelong fascination with hidden mysteries. The imagery of a rock bearing a pirate-carved inscription, revealed only at low tide, and the allure of Brown's Head, a promontory teeming with whispers of concealed treasures, lay the groundwork for the narratives that unfold in The Lost Tomb. Central to the collection is the mythic Oak Island treasure, a legend interwoven with the author's upbringing. In 1795, 3 boys rowed to the uninhabited Oak Island in Nova Scotia, stumbling upon a peculiar clearing with a lone tree at its center. The discovery of old rope burns on an overhanging limb and a subsided ground beneath sparked the belief in a buried pirate treasure. Thus commenced a tale that has echoed through centuries and captivated the author's imagination since childhood. The author's intrigue with the Oak Island mystery transcended mere fascination, leading him to embark on an investigative journey for Smithsonian Magazine. The resultant article not only became the most read piece in the magazine but also laid the groundwork for the transition from non-fiction journalism to gripping fiction. The collaboration with Lincoln Child, his co-author, became a cornerstone in this evolution. The collaborative partnership between the author and Child, marked by a shared love for storytelling, serves as a recurring motif in the collection. The transition from the non-fiction realm to fiction is epitomized in the inception of Relic. A midnight tour of the American Museum of Natural History, bathed in the eerie glow of emergency strips, served as the catalyst for Child's proclamation, "Doug, this is the scariest damn building in the world. We've got to write a thriller set in this place." This spontaneous inspiration birthed their first collaborative novel, later adapted into a movie by Paramount Pictures. As the author and Child found joy in crafting thrillers together, they sought fresh ideas for their novels. A pivotal moment occurred during an evening enriched by Macallan's single malt scotch when the duo revisited the Oak Island mystery. This encounter led to the conceptualization of Riptide, a novel that transposed the treasure island from Canada to Maine, allowing the authors to fashion their own resolutions to the lingering questions. The audacity to extract fiction from non-fiction raises poignant questions for the author. Would such a transformation diminish the novel or give rise to accusations of plagiarizing reality? These doubts, however, are dispelled as the duo delves deeper into the creative process. The author contends, echoing the wisdom of Link, that novelists possess the power to shape their narratives independent of factual constraints. The key lies in moving beyond the limitations of truth to craft a story that is both original and brilliant. The narrative journey extends beyond the confines of Oak Island, encompassing instances where non-fiction stories became the crucible for fiction. Thunderhead, the 5th novel in the collaborative repertoire with Child, explores prehistoric cannibalism inspired by the New Yorker article, Cannibals of the Canyon. The interplay between fact and fiction is evident in the author's adeptness at transforming real-life mysteries into gripping novels. A similar alchemy is at play in the genesis of Dead Mountain. Inspired by the Dyatlov Pass incident in the Ural Mountains, where skiers fled into the freezing wilderness, half-dressed and barefoot, the novel transplants the unsolved mystery to the Manzano Mountains of New Mexico. The shift in setting, coupled with a shocking and original solution to the mystery, exemplifies the author's ability to transcend the constraints of reality while preserving the essence of truth. The author emphasizes the authenticity of the stories in the collection, reassuring readers that each narrative has undergone meticulous vetting and confirmation, particularly by the renowned fact-checking department of the New Yorker magazine. The blend of fact and fiction serves not to embellish but to astonish, echoing the sentiments of Dean Koontz, "Truth is, and truth has a way of astonishing us to our knees." reminding us that the universe does not exist to fulfill our expectations. In essence, The Lost Tomb is a testament to the author's metamorphosis from journalist to novelist. The stories encapsulate not only the thrill of fiction but also the rootedness in truth. The collection invites readers to traverse the blurred boundaries between reality and imagination, illustrating that the line separating the two is often porous. The power of storytelling, deeply embedded in human genes, becomes a guiding force, offering narratives that transcend time and convey cultural values across generations. As the author reflects on the significance of stories, he contends that good stories provide a moral arc to make sense of an arbitrary and bewildering world. The Lost Tomb stands as a celebration of this storytelling legacy, where truth and fiction coalesce to astonish and humble readers. It is an ode to the art of storytelling, an art that transcends genres, blurring the lines between reality and fantasy, and leaving an indelible mark on the literary landscape. The collection serves as an acknowledgement of the profound role stories play in shaping our understanding of the world, offering a sanctuary where the arbitrary, bewildering, cruel, and fearsome aspects of existence find meaning and purpose. In traversing the depths of The Lost Tomb, readers are invited not only to witness the birth of novels but also to contemplate the intricate dance between reality and imagination. The stories within this collection become waypoints in a larger narrative, the narrative of the author's creative evolution, the symbiosis of truth and fiction, and the enduring power of storytelling to astonish and enlighten. As the author hopes for the collection to astonish readers to their knees, it stands as a testament to the enduring magic woven into the fabric of storytelling, transcending time and resonating across generations. Chapter 1. In the realm of the struggling writer, where the specter of writer's block looms like an ominous storm cloud, the author contemplates the contemporary refuge, the Internet. It's a departure from the historical image of writers seeking solace in alcohol during moments of creative drought. The author confesses to succumbing to the allure of online distractions when words refuse to flow. The New York Times, Politico, and email become the modern-day whiskey bottle tucked away in the proverbial bottom drawer. Amidst the digital diversions, the author recalls a particular episode of weakness when curiosity led to a Google search for a long-lost childhood friend, Peter Anderson. What was initially a nostalgic attempt to reconnect with the past transforms into a futile exercise as the commonality of the name produces an overwhelming number of results. A humorous and somewhat absurd picture emerges of the author, staring at the computer screen, confronted with an array of balding, paunchy, mustachioed Peter Andersons. Each narrating their own tales of life's twists and turns, lake cottages, wood-turning hobbies, Danube cruises, grandchildren, and cats, becomes a slice of the collective human experience. The narrative then gracefully shifts gears, transporting the reader to the idyllic setting of Wellesley, Massachusetts, the backdrop of the author's cherished childhood. Petey, the best friend with pale orange hair and papery skin, assumes a central role in this nostalgic journey. The author paints a vivid tableau of Petey's family life, a cheerful mother juxtaposed against a silent, rattle-faced alcoholic father. The latter's post-work ritual involves settling into a wing chair with the Boston Herald and a scotch on the rocks, summoning Mrs. Anderson for timely refills. The canvas of their shared childhood is vividly colored with the reckless abandon of youth, knocking on doors, evading greenskeepers on the golf course, playing stickball, making crank calls, and embarking on treasure hunts. The boys dream of unearthing pine tree shillings or gold doubloons in the woods, their imaginations fueled by tales of Captain Kidd sailing the Charles River. A defining moment crystallizes when the author's mother gifts him an empty cookie tin adorned with a sailing ship, a vessel to contain their treasures. Petey and the author embark on a quest to choose items that will withstand the test of time, selecting a Morgan silver dollar, a trilobite fossil, and an arrowhead for the tin. To add a personal touch, they decide to write the stories of their lives, sealing them with wax and envisioning a future where these tales would serve as a literary time capsule. The narrative crescendos with the ceremonial burial of the tin in an abandoned field on the outskirts of Wellesley College. Armed with a compass, pick, and shovel, the two friends navigate the scarlet-hued woods to find the perfect spot. A hollow oak becomes their starting point, and the meticulous process involves pacing out distances, picking cockleburrs off their socks, and anchoring their hopes and dreams in the earth. As the narrative unfolds, the innocence of childhood, the anticipation of an unknown future, and the simplicity of a lasting friendship weave together into a poignant tapestry of nostalgia. The buried tin, a repository of dreams and stories, becomes a metaphor for the passage of time and the immutable bond between friends, frozen in the amber of memory. The metaphorical significance of the buried tin transcends its physical existence, offering a profound reflection on the passage of time and the constancy of friendship. It becomes a poignant reminder that even as the world around them changes, the memories encapsulated in that tin remain a steadfast anchor to a bygone era. The narrative delves into the complexity of friendship, exploring the dynamics between the cheerful, seemingly carefree Petey and the more introspective author. The camaraderie forged in the crucible of childhood adventures becomes a lens through which the author examines the transformative power of time. Petey, with his papery skin and pale orange hair, emerges not just as a childhood companion but as a symbolic figure representing the enduring spirit of youth. The selection of treasures for the tin becomes a reflective exercise, with the boys deliberating on what objects will stand the test of time. A Morgan silver dollar, a trilobite fossil, an arrowhead, each item chosen with the hope that their significance will only deepen with the passing years. Yet, recognizing the ephemeral nature of physical objects, the friends decide to immortalize their present selves by writing the stories of their lives. The process of crafting these autobiographical narratives unfolds as a labor of love in Petey's living room. Legal pads, sharpened pencils, and the meticulous act of writing become a ritual, a shared endeavor that binds them closer. The author humorously titles his opus, "The Story of My Life So Far," while Petey, with a touch of corniness, settles on 8 years old and full of beans. The juxtaposition of titles hints at the distinct personalities of the young authors, foreshadowing the divergence and convergence that will mark their individual journeys. The act of sealing the stories with wax adds a ceremonial touch, underscoring the gravity of their endeavor. These narratives, infused with the innocence and exuberance of youth, are entrusted to the tin, becoming a time capsule that will bridge the gap between the present and the future. The narrative reaches its zenith with the solemn burial of the tin in the heart of nature, an abandoned field deep in the Wellesley College property. The ritualistic nature of this act, complete with a compass, pick, and shovel, echoes the profound significance the friends attach to their time capsule. The vivid imagery of scarlet maples, leaves backlit by the sun like church glass, and the distant blue sky creates a sensory-rich backdrop for this poignant moment. The choice of the burial site is deliberate, adding an element of adventure and anticipation. The far-off location, an abandoned field hidden in the woods, is selected not only for its seclusion but also for the thrill of the unknown. The buried tin is meant to be a discovery for anyone who stumbles upon it, a hidden treasure waiting to be unveiled. As the two friends navigate the terrain, facing cockleburrs and pacing distances with precision, the narrative captures the essence of a shared journey. The act of burying the tin becomes a symbolic pact, a commitment to the future and a shared belief that, 10 years hence, they will return to unearth the treasures they've left behind. The narrative then takes a contemplative turn, probing the questions that inevitably arise when contemplating the future. What will the world look like when they dig up the tin? Who will they be? The author's musings reflect the universal uncertainty that accompanies thoughts of the future. Will flying cars grace the skies, will men have walked on the moon, or will the world be marred by nuclear war? The unknown future looms large, simultaneously strange, scary, and thrilling in its unpredictability. The buried tin, with its trove of treasures and autobiographical narratives, becomes a tangible link to the future. It transforms into a time capsule not only for the two friends but for the reader as well. The author's contemplations on the potential outcomes underscore the timeless human curiosity about what lies ahead, a curiosity that transcends generations.